Welcome back. This is a continuation of last week's video. I will be posting it up here. I'll do a little thing so you could click on it and watch that too. So today we will be discussing the disadvantages of bedside nursing. So let's just get straight to it. So disadvantage number one is that pretty much the pay sucks. And yes, you are getting paid time and a half, or you're getting paid at double time for holidays, but at the end you're getting a lot of it taxed out of your check, and it's not really so great. So it just doesn't make sense to me that you're working all these extra time, and at the end you're also working a lot. Plus, what you're getting paid is not enough to all the things that you're doing. Like, sometimes you don't even go to the restroom. Like, sometimes you might not even urinate in like 8 hours. And it sounds silly, but it definitely is true. Sometimes you might not be able to eat after like 9 hours that you're on your shift, or you don't drink water, and all that. Is that really all worth it? Not really. You also will definitely experience a lot of stress. High stress. Especially as a new nurse, I think there will be a lot of stress, but there is also a lot of pros to bedside nursing, and you just have to go watch that video because there's a lot of pros to bedside nursing for a new nurse, and you need to go watch that. The stress level is very high because you are taking care of a group of patients, and if you are on your own, like if it's just you as the RN, you could have like 4 to 5 patients, but if you have a LVN working with you that day, then that means that you might have 8 to 10 patients. It just depends on how much patients we have on the floor, and that can be very stressful. Sometimes what happens is that something like happens to one patient, and then something else happens, and then it's just like a ripple effect, and it sucks. But that is con number 2. The other con is that we would be very poorly staffed, and not only does that occur at the bedside, but it occurs probably in every nursing department, and that is probably the one thing that a lot of us nurses complain about, how our departments are very poorly staffed, and that's just the reality of nursing. Disadvantage number 4, I think we're on number 4, is that there is a very high turnover rate. For one reason or another, a lot of the nurses don't stay there for a long time. And I've noticed, like when I first became a nurse, I noticed that there was a lot of nurses, like older nurses, experienced nurses, that were at the bedside for like 15, 20 years. And I don't really see that anymore. It's like a lot of the newer nurses just do like a year or like 6 months to gain experience, and then they leave. So nursing has definitely changed, and that is probably why there is such a high turnover rate. Definitely another disadvantage is that the job at the bedside is very physically demanding. You will constantly be turning patients, pulling them up, pulling them down, getting them in and out of the chair, in and out of the bed. It's very physically demanding, and it can really take a toll on our bodies, and we need to be very, very careful, because here I am, and I totally learned the wrong way, but here I am experiencing back pain for years, and it freaking sucks, and I will be making a video about that. Like I mentioned at my previous video, which was the pros to bedside nursing, you get paid more for weekends, holidays, blah 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 blah. But a lot of people don't want to work the weekends, or don't want to work holidays because they have kids at home, or for whatever reason you don't want to work weekends and holidays. And so that I would definitely consider a con to bedside nursing. And the last disadvantage that I would say other than being yelled at by other people at the bedside, by patients, by family, by doctors, blah blah blah. Like I said, you just let go of all that, and that happens everywhere, not just at the bedside, trust me. And it just to let it go, forget it. But it is what it is, and that happens a lot. But it happens at any job, really, because we're constantly working with people. That's not to say that every doctor will yell at you, because no, I've met very amazing doctors, and you know, there's all types of people in this world. There's people like me, there's people like you, there's mean people, rude people, people that think they're superior to you, but you just kind of brush off the negativity. And something that I experienced at the bedside is that not only are you doing your job as an RN, giving meds and blah blah blah, but you're also having to do direct patient care, as in, you know, cleaning them up, helping them up. And if you don't have a nursing aide who is willing to help you and is a good worker, it pretty much sucks, and you're the one doing all the work. So that's another con. But I met a lot of amazing girls and guys who are great CNAs, and it's important that you are very appreciative of their work and their help, because if you show that you do appreciate and that you do care about them, then they are more willing to help you. So those are the disadvantages to bedside nursing, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little series, I guess, to pros and cons of bedside nursing. And make sure to subscribe, like this video if you liked this content, and share. Comment down below what are your cons to bedside nursing, and I'll talk to you guys soon.